said the best part was going out with the players after the game and having your favorite libation.
The Soviet Union and Czechoslovakia, the Soviet Union with 7 points, finishing the round robin in second spot behind Team Canada, and Czechoslovakia with 6, 2 wins, a loss, and 2 ties. This is the first semifinal of Canada Cup 1981. Later tonight at the Montreal Forum, Team Canada will play Team USA. And a near capacity crowd in Ottawa for this game. A very young, hustling Czechoslovakia team. And the Soviets, average age of their team about 25, as we look at the final standings there in the round robin competition. There's Tretiak in goal. And in Canada Cup 81, Tretiak has a goals against average of 1.50. 29 years of age. Seems much older than that, but started playing very young, Ed, and he's been a mainstay of the Soviet hockey team.
No question. He represents the Soviet Union's finest as far as goaltending. Well, as far as any athlete, I would have to suspect, Bernie. He has played longer than anybody else on the Soviet team, and has always played well in the big hockey game.
Now we're going to have the starting lineup of the two teams, Czechoslovakia and the Soviets.
Number 2, Karl Lang.
Karl Lang, 23 years of age, wearing jersey number 2, the starting goalie for Czechoslovakia.
Left defense, gauche. Number 9, Miroslav Dvorak.
Miroslav Dvorak, number 9. He's appeared in 180 international games for Czechoslovakia. And his defense partner will be Milan Halupa, 28 years of age. Number 5, Halupa.
Left wing
and the starting forward line.
Number 23, Yaroslav Puzar.
Yaroslav Puzar, number 23 on left wing. Lake Placid Olympics, Puzar had 8 goals.
Number 21, Dusan Pashek.
Dusan Pashek, who celebrated a birthday here in Canada during the Canada Cup. He turned 21 on September 7th.
Number 18,
and the other forward, Darius Rushnak, also 21. He's from Bratislava. The starting lineup for Czechoslovakia. And now the introduction of Team Soviet. In goal, the veteran Vladimir Tretiak.
Number 20, Vladimir Tretiak. Left defense, défense gauche, le numéro 2, number 2, Vyacheslav Fetisov.
One of the bright newcomers with the Soviet team, 23 years of age. Many NHL scouts simply drooling over the great play of Fetisov.
Number 7, Alexei Kazatonov.
Alexei Kazatonov, another youngster, 21 years of age, on defense, the starting lineup for the Soviet Union.
The number 9, Vladimir Krutov.
Coming off a 25-goal season in the Soviet League, Vladimir Krutov, number 9.
Right wing aile droite, the number 24, Sergei Makarov.
Another speedster and very small forward, 5'7", Makarov, number 24.
Center centre, the number 11, Igor Larionov.
Larionov, number 11, one of the youngsters, just 20 years old, the starting lineup for the Soviet Union.
Ladies and gentlemen, the officials for this afternoon's game.
Referee is Bob Henry of the NHL staff from Detroit, Michigan. And the 2 linesmen, NHL staff members as well. John D'Amico, who started in the NHL in '64, and 10-year NHL veteran Ray Scapinello. And the game is underway. The puck is cleared back to Puzar. Straight up the middle, trying to get it to Pashek, and it's intercepted. Now number 18, that's Darius Rushnak. He shoots it in. Kazatonov for the Soviets, clears it. Comes out outside the line. Halupa drops it back to Dvorak. Dvorak trying to get that pass to Pashek. It failed. Kazatonov slops away at it. And it's icing called against Team Czechoslovakia. We've played just 23 seconds, and the face-off will come in to the Czechoslovakia zone to the left of goaltender Karl Lang. Darius Rusnak, 21 years of age, and the Czechoslovakian team takes an opportunity here to change on the fly. In their zone, we're all set now for the draw. The puck is dropped back. This is Horosava in behind his own net. Number 4, just 20 years of age. Horosava loses the puck. Here's a chance, moving right in. Oh, and that opportunity, Larionov just failed. Milan Novi, a pass to Corbella, trying to catch up to it, and Kazatonov got there first and cleared it away. Now the Soviets coming out of their own zone. This is Krutov, had trouble with the puck at the blue line and put himself offside. And the Soviets and Czechoslovakia using this opportunity to have a complete change. Kroll comes out there with Valek and Chernak. Dvorak and Halupa remain on defense for Czechoslovakia.
Close call, Bernie, number 4 for the Czechoslovakians. Horva losing the puck right in front of his own net.
And this is Halupa trying to hit Valek with that pass, and it failed. Goes right back into the Soviet zone. Billy Letinov, number 14, touches it, and it's icing. And this is Canada Cup 81. Welcome back to the Ottawa Civic Center. No score between Czechoslovakia and the Soviet Union. Number 16, that's Oldrich Valak clearing the puck out to center. The Soviets had possession momentarily, but it's brought back. Over the line goes Valak, and he couldn't get a shot. Norbert Kroll pulls the puck in front, and that went sailing through the crease. The Soviet player, Gamayev, shoots it out to center ice. Trapped there by Dvorak and shot up over the glass and out of play.
A lot of stoppages of play, Bernie. I look more for a faster start from both teams. It had been rumored that the Soviet Union did not want to play Czechoslovakia in the semifinals. Czechoslovakia, the surprising young team, has done so well in Canada Cup 81.
That shot taken by Arnold Kadlec. Now it's cleared by the Soviets into the Czechoslovakian zone. A race for it. Tanishka got there first, but the puck bounces out to Viktor Shalimov, hits Vasiliev, and now it's slapped off the boards. Babanov had it momentarily. It's up over the line, dropped back outside, and Shalimov would have been offside, so he waited. Loose puck. Shalimov drops it back into his own zone. Babanov up the middle. Having trouble there with Shalimov, then Babanov clears it up. Shalimov over the line, and it's broken up and shot down the ice. A race for it. Vasiliev, Babanov gets to it, and it's icing once again against Czechoslovakia, and not very impressive play up to this point.
Pretty ragged, Bernie. The passing by both teams is not good at all. Something that both teams are known to be very good at is the basic fundamentals. One of them, of course, being passing, the other being skating. Either team is skating. Usually when you don't skate, you don't pass well either, so I'm sure that things will pick up here as we go along.
No score here in the opening minutes of the first period. Pozar clearing the puck. Luptop knocked it down. Comes back to Pozar. At center, Pashak had the puck roll off his skates. Goes into the Soviet zone. Fetisov, number 2. Now it's cleared to Luptop. Luptop put the pass right onto the Czechoslovakian player Rusnak's stick. Then he in turn loses it to Andrei Homatov. Play a little ragged here in the early going. Kazatonov, number 7. Sportsev is knocked against the boards. Takes the puck out to center ice. Rusnak knocked it off his stick. Here's Luptov. But again, it's offside at the Czechoslovakian line. We played 2:50 in the opening period. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. No score here in the opening period. Novi wins the draw, shoots the puck into the Soviet zone. Backboard, Verbuchen, number 5, off the boards, trying to get it to Makarov. Down the ice it goes. This is a race. Svoboda, and he got to it. The Soviet player Krutov, and no icing. Both teams at full strength. The puck taken by Svoboda, again missing with that pass, and backboard for Verbuchen. And Czechoslovakia, once again, for about the 4th time in the period, called for icing the puck. There's Verbuchen. He missed the game against Team Canada the other night. 25 years of age. no question about that one. They'll drop the puck in the Czechoslovakia zone to the left of Karl Lang. Linesman John D'Amico drops the puck. Now it goes back to Dvorak, number 9. 29 years of age. That pass on the left side. František Černík had it knocked off his stick. Krutov trying to dig it out in the corner. And Černík hammered against the boards. There'll be a penalty coming up. Černík was knocked down. And as Verhoeven touches it, an elbowing penalty coming up to the Soviet player.
Vladimir Krutov is drawing the first penalty, Bernie, an elbowing penalty down in the corner just to the left of goaltender Lang in the Czechoslovakian end. First thing we've had happen so far in the hockey game happens to be a penalty
to number 9,
to Russia.
Vladimir Krutov, 2 minutes for elbowing at 3:35.
So there it is. Krutov in the penalty box for elbowing, 3:35. So the Czechoslovakian power play. Kokromat comes out there, number 22. On defense, Hajdosek making his first appearance in this game. Number 8 is Kadlec. On the boards, and it's lifted high down the ice. Kadlec going back into his own zone. Number 7, Kadlec. Or number 8, rather, number 7, Hajdosek. Now the puck is brought out on the left side. Kokromat. Squeezed against the boards by Vasiliev, digging in behind the Soviet net. Here's Hajdosek moving up. Got the puck to Yuri Lala. He's pinned against the boards by Babanov. And another whistle, this time in the Soviet zone. Kolikov killing off the penalty for the Soviets. Now Kokromat got it back. Kadlec. And the puck goes into the corner. Now it's cleared down the ice again at center. Number 17, that's Panishka. Dropped right back into his own zone. Kokromat bringing it up. Shoots it up to Lala. He races into the Soviet zone. It takes a weird bounce. Lala gets it behind the net. Then it's taken off his stick and cleared ahead. Tamayev lost it. Kadlec. Kokromat. There's a drive. And that's stopped by goaltender Tretiak as Kadlec let it go. Down the ice into the Czechoslovakian zone. Winding up, Kadlec. About a minute left in Krutov's penalty. Over the line comes Shalimov right in front. Oh, and Lang makes a great save on Shepelyak. That's the save of the game for Karl Lang of Czechoslovakia up to this point. Dvorak for the Soviets. A pass on that right side. There's a shot. And Rusnak's drive, and Tretiak covers up.
Play picking up a little now, Bernie. Chances at both ends. The Soviet Union, good opportunity. A short-handed opportunity. Good save by Lang. Tretiak at the other end on a shot by number 8, Kadlec. Good save by Tretiak. There's the shot that came a moment ago that Tretiak had to make, the Soviet goalie, wearing number 20.
Now Fetisov in his own zone. The puck goes back to Kazatonov. He slaps it off the boards. Dvorak keeps it in. And the puck rolls right to Viktor Shalimov, and the Soviets shoot it down the ice. Krutov about set to return from his penalty. Kazatonov slaps the puck off the boards. Dvorak at his own blue line. Krutov was back on the ice, and the Soviets at full strength. This is Pashak into the corner, taken heavily into the boards in the Soviet zone. Dudacek. Rusnak in front. Here's a shot. Tretiak makes the save. And Tretiak looking very sharp here in the early going.
Good save he makes.
And we'll be back with more as Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. Milan Nobi getting set for this face-off for Czechoslovakia. The puck comes back to Horsava. He has trouble. Now it rolls out to center. The Soviets are on the attack. Breaking in over the line, Sportsev. And Homatov trying to get to it. It's brought out by Svoboda, number 15. Back into the Soviet zone, Billy Letinov. He shoots it down the ice into the Czechoslovakian zone. Horosava, number 4, and it's icing called against the Soviet Union. We played 6 minutes and 14 seconds here in the opening period. 20-year-old Milos Horosava, 25 goals in 104 league games in Czechoslovakia. This is the veteran member of the national team since 1975, Milan Novic. Puck comes back. There's a shot by Svoboda. Another drive knocked down in front. That puck flies over the top of the net and goes out of play.
Number 4, Bernie, of the Czechoslovakians, Miloslav Horva. He's young, inexperienced. He's shown it twice in this period so far. He's given up the puck in his own end of the ice to the on-rushing Russians. They've got plays at the net both times.
The two teams at full strength. This is Vasiliev, deep in his own zone. To Makarov, cleared to an open wing. Larionov gets there, coming in with Krutov. Up over the line. Here's Dvorak. He shoots it ahead. Norbert Kroll at his own blue line is laid offside, but it's brought out by Chernin. Frantisek Chernin ahead. Malik, and he lost control. Here comes Vasiliev. Makarov is dumped right at center. There'll be a tripping penalty as Makarov was upset. And heading to the box is Malik, number 16.
Tripping penalty comes right at center ice as the Soviet Union tries to break away. That check by number 16 of Czechoslovakia. Valek calls the penalty.
We'll be back with more Canada Cup 81 in a moment.
Czechoslovakia penalty.
There's Valek in the penalty box. No score in the opening period. We played 6 minutes and 52 seconds. Kazatonov at his own blue line for the Soviets. On the power play, drops it into the corner to Fedosov. And he runs into Kazatonov. Now they have to get lined up again. Larionov. He's checked by Hajduk, and the puck goes right back into the Soviet zone. Kazatonov to Makarov. Up to Krutov on right wing. Krutov bumped and knocked down by Hajduk, and Kokromat can't get it out. It bounced off Makarov and goes up over the glass and out of play.
Good defensive play by the left defenseman of the Czechoslovakian, number 7, Stanislav Hajduk. Good stand-up body check, something you see more and more of, Bernie, in European games, even with the Team Canada now incorporating some of the European style into their game. You'll see more hitting at the blue line or in the open ice areas.
Soviets are on the power play. This is Pervukin, number 5. Gives the puck to Shepeliev, number 21. Good forechecking by Team Czechoslovakia. Now the Soviets, Billy Letinov. He shoots it down. A race for it in behind the net. Shepeliev, he almost got to it as Pozar brings it back. Here comes Pozar going against Pervukin, a shot. And that just missed that short side by inches. Pervukin, number 5, brings it up. No penalty clock here in the Ottawa Civic Center, so it's difficult to tell how much time is remaining in the penalty. Here's a chance. Shepeliev, and Lang makes a great save.
Fine save. Hedasov. Number 2, or 21 on, sorry. Shepeliev gets a good opportunity for Team USSR on that shot. Good save by Lang, standing in, forcing the shooter to make the shot before he makes his move. That was 21. Sergei Shepeliev getting a good opportunity on the power play.
He takes the face-off now with Milan Novi. It's dropped back. Billy Letinov over to Shalimov. Shalimov, number 23, into the corner. Shepeliev rolls it in front, and it's slapped down the ice. Billy Letinov in his own zone. Gets it ahead. Up on the right side. Here's a chance for Viktor Shalimov. Another penalty coming up to Czechoslovakia. Delayed penalty. Billy Letinov, his shot, they score! Shepeliev in front. It's deflected on a delayed penalty, and it's 1-0 for the Soviets.
Power play goal coming just as referee Bob Henry has his arm in the air. There you see the shot by number 14, Billy Lektonov. Number 24, or it was 21, excuse me, Shepelev, that tipped the puck right in front of Lang. You see he tips it right between the legs, and the Soviet Union takes a 1-0 lead. Of course, the arm in the air signaling another penalty, Bernie, is canceled because of the goal being scored.
Well, that's why Bellick has to go back to the penalty box. The time must have just expired in his penalty as well, because there was a delayed penalty and there's no one in the penalty box.
What happened, Bernie, is that the player in the penalty box will come out because of the goal being scored, and the arm in the air is signaling a penalty. The penalty will not be assessed because the goal is scored. So really, they get two for the price of one.
Now the puck is at center. Dvorak. It's cleared up now. Here comes Chernik. He shoots it into the Soviet zone. Number 4, Babanov goes after it. He's knocked against the boards. Chernik getting set. That shot just goes wide. Babanov, a pass up the middle. Shalimov. And Dvorak gets back. Checks him. The puck's in the Czechoslovakia zone. 1-0 for the Soviet Union. Fedosov shot. That's knocked down, and he gets the puck again at center. Fedosov drops it back to Vasiliev. We've played 9.5 minutes. Kokroman brings it back in for Team Czechoslovakia. Shot. And Tretiak deflected that high over the glass and out of play. 9:36 gone in the first period. Tretiak, after sitting out the game against Canada, getting a start here tonight.
There's 22 for Czechoslovakia. Kokroman, good shot, good save by Tretiak. Czechoslovakia has had a few opportunities, Bernie. They just they just haven't been able to capitalize.
Here's Skvortsev knocked down by Panishka at the Czechoslovakian blue line. And a heavy check there handed out by Kokroman as he hit Kazatonov. Now Team Soviet coming back. Homatov up over the line, going in with Skvortsev. Kadlec took him out of the play. And Yuri Lala swinging out of his own zone. Lala stopped by Alexander Skvortsev. And another penalty, a holding infraction called by referee Bob Henry. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Ottawa Civic Center. We've played 10-11 here in the first period, and the Soviets are leading by a score of 1-0. This is Hajdacek in his own zone for Czechoslovakia. Soviet penalty. Skvortsev in the penalty box. Now it's up over the line. Here's Lala breaking in. Lala trying to get a pass in front, and it's shot down the ice. This is Kadlec back after. Kadlec in his own zone for Team Czechoslovakia. Power play, a great opportunity to get back into it. Ozar takes the pass, going in front, and Kazatonov has draped all over him, and he couldn't get a shot. Now Kadlec fires it in behind the Soviet net. It's caught in the mesh there, and the face-off will come outside the Soviet blue line. Yaroslav Ozar, number 23. 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining in the Soviet penalty to Skvortsev.
So far on the penalty to the Russians, Czechoslovakia has not been able to get a good play at Tretiak.
Now the puck is dropped, cleared back, and this is Halupa shooting it into the Team Soviet zone. Billy Lektonov goes after it there. He slaps it, but not out. Kept in, back to Dvorak. His drive hit a skate in front. Verbuchen trying to get it out. Kozar back to Dvorak. Dvorak with Halupa. Oh, and it was knocked off his stick. And Team Soviet has it again at center. Another penalty coming up as Kamayev was knocked to the ice. And Halupa will get a penalty for Team Czechoslovakia. As Kamayev upset right at center ice.
Kamayev, you see him going across through center ice. He gets tripped up by number 5, Halupa. Off goes Halupa. That nullifies, of course, the power play opportunity that Czechoslovakia was enjoying. They seem to be getting a little closer to Tretiak. They had a couple of shots blocked by the Soviet defenseman on the power play. But the penalty now to Halupa, that ends the power play opportunity.
Oh, Milan Novi, the captain for Czechoslovakia, will take the draw against Makarov. Orsava at his own line. Number 4 swings out for Czechoslovakia. Ilya Letdinov after him, and it was knocked down in front by Yaroslav Kobala. 13 is Nikolai Drozdetsky in his own zone. Ilya Letdinov to Makarov, number 24. Verbuchen to Makarov. He's coming up with Drozdetsky. Up to the Czechoslovakian line and over. Watched by Svoboda. Takes it to the side of the net. Doesn't get a shot. Now he drops it back for Buchan. And Carl Lang makes the save. Puck bounces into the corner. Corbella to Milan Novi. Back to Horsava. Soviets are back at full strength. Horsava trying to hit Milan Novi with that pass, and Verbuchen slips and falls in the corner. Novi content to hold it there, and with his team a man short, gets a face-off in the Soviet zone.
Carol Lang, again, a big save. Bernie off Verbuchen, who come in from his left point position, point-blank range. He moved right in front of Lang and let the shot go. Lang was out at the top of the crease, makes the save again. Lang has been a standout here in the later stages of the first period for Czechoslovakia.
1:06 remaining in the Team Czechoslovakia penalty, and this is Kazatonov in his own zone for the Soviets. That pass on right wing intended for Shepeliev. Moving in is Shalimov, and Lang came way out of the net and slaps it down the ice. Fedosov, no one on that side, and Kadlec brings it back for Team Czechoslovakia. Kadlec into the corner, Chernik going in after it. Kazatonov gets a piece of him. And Kazatonov, number 7, passes ahead to Shepeliev. Up the middle, Kapustin is checked. Kazatonov carries on. Back to Kapustin. Shalimov gets a shot. That's right on, and Lang holds on, not taking any chances with his team a man short and down by 1 goal. Shepeliev, the lone goal scorer so far in the game.
Play around Carol Lang, the goaltender for Czechoslovakia. He's been busy last 8 minutes.
Now Kadlec finds an opening. He shoots it down the ice into the Soviet zone. And Vasiliev, number 6. He's playing the Canada Cup Series with a broken nose suffered in an earlier game against Finland. Babanov up the middle. Hitting the ice there was Kortsev. Goes after the puck, gets it against Kortsev, and he runs right into Halupa there in front of the penalty box. Both teams at full strength. Babanov in his own zone. Cleared it up over the glass and out of play. We played 13:41 in the opening period. This is the first game of the semifinals. Tonight at the Montreal Forum, it'll be Team USA against Team Canada. That starts 8 o'clock Eastern Time, also to be televised on the full CTV network. Team USA against Team Canada in the other semifinal later tonight. Then the 2 finalists will meet on Sunday night in Montreal. Halupa over to Dvorak, number 9. He shoots it into the Soviet zone. Verbuchen chases it there. Gives it to Krutov, up to Makarov. Makarov in over the Czechoslovakian line. Cleared it in front, got away from Dvorak, then he takes it off the boards. Dvorak bumped there by Larionov. Here's number 21 going in, that's Pashak, and Verbuchen gets a piece of him. Pashak knocked him loose, back to Halupa, in front. Owen Bozar couldn't get a shot as he's knocked to the ice. Tretiak slaps it off the board. Ilya Letdinov to Verbuchen. chased behind the net by Darius Rusnak, and it's back into the Czechoslovakian zone. Dvorak, watched by Larionov. Takes it deep right in behind his own net. Tried to hit Corbella, it bounced off his stick. Billy Letinov drops it back to Pervukin. Makarov off the boards to Krutov. Krutov bump, gets the puck again inside the line. Krutov trying to get a shot. Makarov, oh, and he tried to get the puck to Larionov, and that just failed. Here comes Milan Novi. Novi back for Czechoslovakia, right in, a shot, and that's stopped by Tretiak as Novi made a great move in the Soviet zone. 5 minutes left to play in the first period. The Soviets leading 1-0. Here comes number 25. That's Golikov right in front. Loose puck, gets it again. Scores Golikov. And it's 2-0.
Mistakes, that's the name of the game, Bernie. Czechoslovakia in their own end, making a lot of them. 25, Golikov comes in, walks right around the Czechoslovakia defenseman. Number 15, Svoboda. They get all kinds of opportunities there. As we look at it, good end zone shot. As the Soviets press, number 25 moves right in. Golinov takes the shot at the net. No one covering in front of the net. Number 15 for the Czechoslovakians, way out of position, Svoboda.
So Vladimir Golikov gets the second goal of the game. The Soviets leading 2-0. Dvorak off the board. Kroll drops it back into his own zone. Good forechecking by Nikolai Drozdetsky. Now Golikov deep in his own zone for the Soviets straight up the middle. Kamayev shoots it in. Halupa chases it down there, sends it around the boards. Number 16 is Balak. Halupa trying to help him out, then Balak knocks it loose. It's back to the line. There's a drive, and that's knocked down. Balak shoots it out to center ice. Kazatonov for the Soviets. The lead pass. Here's Gamayev coming right in on goal. A shot, and Lang clubs that drive from Gamayev from close range. We'll be back with more Canada Cup 81 in a moment. And welcome back to the Ottawa Civic Center. I'm Bernie Pascal along with Eddie Westfall and Brian Smith. As the Soviets lead Czechoslovakia 2-0 here in the first period with 4 minutes left. Shalimov is bumped in the corner by Hajduk, and they get in there, a mass of 4 players, and they hold it against the boards. Hajduk, number 7, 25 years of age, the defenseman for Team Czechoslovakia.
Russians now taking over the play. Bernie, for the last 3 or 4 minutes, they put a lot of pressure on Czechoslovakia. They've had good opportunities. Again, Lang has played well.
There's Vasiliev shot. That hit a skate, and the direction was changed. Almost fooled goaltender Carl Lang. Shalimov, he slapped it into the corner. After it there is Arnold Kadlec. Kadlec to Panishka. Left it there for Kadlec. Kadlec circles in behind his own net. On the left side, can't get it out. It's knocked down by Shapeliev in front. They score. That's Shalimov tapping in the shot. And it gets by Lang, and it's now 3-0.
Russia keeps coming on. The Soviet Union, number 21, Shepelev, passes quickly in front of the net to number 23. As you see him coming in on the top of your screen, number 23 for the Soviet Union, Viktor Shalimov, tips the puck past Karol Lang. Again, the Czechoslovakians had possession of the puck, Bernie, in their own end of the ice, and they gave it away foolishly. And the Russians are great at taking advantage of the other team's mistakes.
Well, the Soviets capitalizing on those costly turnovers by Czechoslovakia, and they lead 3-0 here in the first period. Dvorak has the puck deflect right to Billy Letinov. Now Dvorak gets it again. He's checked. Back comes Luptov. Luptov passes in front for Homatov. He can't get a shot. Puck is still in the Czechoslovakian zone. Sportsev gets it loose, and he's knocked against the boards. And another face-off in the Czechoslovakian zone. Rusnak and Sportsev all tied up.
Soviet Union bottling up Team Czechoslovakia. Good forechecking. A lot of heavy body checks now being thrown along the boards and in the corners.
Now Klukov gets it back to Pervukin, and a save by Carl Lang. Both teams are at full strength. Skvortsev bumped against the boards by Halupa. This is Dusan Pashak trying to get it out. Pervukin cleared it in front of the Czechoslovakian net. Now it's cleared around the boards to Pervukin. Pervukin keeps it into the Czechoslovakian zone. Skvortsev knocked against the boards by Halupa. Trying to get the puck to Homatov in front. There's a delayed penalty coming up again to Czechoslovakia. Pervukin. Krejcik heads to the bench. Makarov beats the puck into the corner. Delayed penalty coming up. Back to Pervukin. Pervukin fakes a shot. Cleared it into the corner. Halupa got possession. Now the whistle goes. And a penalty coming up, I believe, to Halupa, number 5. Exactly 2 minutes remaining in the opening period of this game at the Ottawa Civic Center. First game of the semifinals. And the Soviets leading by 3-0. There's Halupa in the penalty box. The time of the minor, 18 minutes. Interesting story about Halupa. He played junior hockey and went to the camp in Czechoslovakia. The coach said he couldn't skate backwards, so he spent about 3 hours a day practicing his backward skating, and now he's been an integral part of Team Czechoslovakia over the years. Soviets on the power play. Kazatonov, and that's kicked out by Carl Lang. Makarov trying to get it. Back to Kazatonov, and down the ice it goes with Fedosov. Chased back by Corbella. There's a steal. Milan Novi a shot, and Krejcik got a piece of that, and up over the glass it goes.
Ever dangerous, number 6, Milan Novi. The most experienced of the Czechoslovakians. Gets a chance. Shot, saved by Krejcik. It's been a long time since Czechoslovakia has been able to get down into the Russian end of the ice to get a play at the number 1 goaltender for the Soviet Union, Vladimir Krejcik.
1:32 remaining in the Czechoslovakian penalty. Face-off in the Soviet zone. And waved out of there is Shepeliev. Has a word with the linesman, Ray Scampanello. Now we're set to go. Chernik almost got the puck loose. Now gets it. Chernik, number 14. Hit Shalimov, knocks him to the ice. Soviet coming up to center ice. Good back checking there by number 10. That's Norbert Kroll. Into the Czechoslovakian zone. There's Shepeliev, number 21. Shepeliev for the Soviets. Watched by Chernik. Back to Vasiliev. Over to Shalimov. Shalimov in behind the net to Shepeliev. Back to Shalimov. Less than a minute to go in the opening period. Here's Vasiliev, a shot. That hit his skate and goes wide. Adlet's in the corner, trying to hold it there. It's brought out by Norbert Kroll. A lead pass to Chernik. Chernik can't get away from Vasiliev. Dvorak waiting for Chernik to get back onside. Now the puck goes to Fedosov, number 2. Fedosov brings it back. In over the line. Fedosov for the Soviets. They're on the power play. Puck comes back, Vasiliev, and Carl Lang kicks that out. Fedosov bumped against the boards by Yuri Lala. And we have 15 seconds left to play here in the opening period. Fedosov, he shoots it in. Lang out of the net, leaving it there for Dvorak. Around the boards it goes. Kept in by Golikov. In front, they hammer away, and Drozdetsky has a loose puck as the siren goes. To end the first period of play, after a rather shaky start by both teams, after 5 minutes of play, it really opened up, and the Soviets taking advantage of those turnovers. At the end of the first period, it's the Soviets 3 and Czechoslovakia nothing. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
Started off returned when Canada Cup 81 continues in just a moment.
We're back at the Ottawa Civic Center with the Soviets leading by a score of 3-0. Shemkaliev, Golikov, and Shalimov have scored the goals for Team Soviet as their head coach Viktor Tikhonov is in behind the bench. There's Golikov, who scored his second goal of the Canada Cup 81 championship. His goal coming at 15-12. The Soviets out shooting Czechoslovakia 13-4 in the first period. And the fans showing their support for Team Czechoslovakia now. They'd like to see them get back into the game. Some costly turnovers in that first period, resulting in 2 of the Soviet goals. And they're enjoying a 3-0 lead heading into the start of period number 2. This is the first game of the Canada Cup semifinals later tonight. Also live on CTV from the Montreal Forum. We'll bring you the game between Team USA and Team Canada. That should be a great one. Here's Kazatonov in behind his own zone. Clearing the puck, Halupa gets a shot. Tretiak forced to make the save. Now it's brought in on the offside at the Soviet blue line. And linesman John D'Amico whistles it down. We played just 13 seconds in the second period. Soviets, of course, with many pluses, experienced players with that system. Kazatonov off the boards. Dvorak tried to get it at center. Makarov knocks the puck loose. Then it goes back to Kazatonov. In over the line. The pass is behind Krutov. Larionov then bounces it off the boards. Pozar is bumped by Makarov. Here comes Pashak back over the line, trying to get the pass in to Rusnak, and that just failed. Elyaletinov falls in the corner. The puck is back. Pozar shot. Loose puck. Rusnak trying to get it loose. And he has it in the corner. Rusnak couldn't get a good shot after that rebound. Bounced off Tretiak. Makarov lets the puck go. Now it's cleared into the penalty box and out of play. And Czechoslovakia gets a good scoring opportunity here in the first minute of play. Keep an eye on number 18, Darius Rusnak. Just can't get a handle on that loose puck, and then he's squeezed out of the play there by Fetisov. Now a penalty coming up right from the whistle. Lala was hit on the forehead by Gamayev, and there'll be a high-sticking penalty to Gamayev after just 1:04. This is a great opportunity. Czechoslovakia on the power play, trailing by 3 goals as Gamayev goes off for high sticking.
Kind of break that the Czechoslovakians will have to take advantage of, Bernie. They're down 3-0 as we see Gamayev in the penalty box. A high sticking penalty. Power play opportunity now for the Czechoslovakia.
Now the puck is cleared. Lala trying to trap it there. It comes back to Haidacek and then bounced over the glass and out of play.
Czechoslovakia scored 5 power play goals in the 5 games of the regular games of the Canada Cup. They're 20% average on the power play. The Russians on the other side, 95.7% effectiveness on killing the penalties.
Now going after the puck, Drozdetsky just pins it against the boards. And Czechoslovakia down by 3 goals. Need a big play here to get back into this one. Team Canada finishing the round robin in first with 9 points. The Soviets second, Czechoslovakia third, and then the United States fourth with 5 points. Soviets trying to get it out of their own zone. Novi chasing it into the corner, being helped out by Corbella. Novi knocks the puck loose, goes in behind the net, trying to get it to Dudacek. That failed. Otasaba knocks it down at the line. Cleared it, but not. Couldn't keep it in. Drozdetsky is hammered. Oh, he's out. Drozdetsky was nailed by Corbella. What a check. Drozdetsky, a solid hit by Corbella, and he's out cold.
He hasn't moved, Bernie. A tremendous body check. We're going to get a look at it. As you see, the Russians breaking out of their end and into the picture quickly. never did see him. He went down, hasn't moved since.
A lot of concern there. Linesman John D'Amico calling there's Tikhonov. He's really upset. Let's have another look at it, Eddie.
All right, there's number 13 as you see him coming out over the blue line. Tremendous body check, shoulder. Corbella walked straight into him. He got his shoulder underneath and gave him a tremendous body check right in the middle of the chest. And as you see, number 13 go down, Drozdetsky. He rolled over from that position you see there and has not moved since.
On that replay, too, he spotted Corbella coming and tried to defend himself. A solid hit just outside the Soviet blue line. Drozdetsky, 24 years of age. He's a valuable member of this Soviet team. In 36 league games this season, he had 57 points. Now he's being assisted to his feet. Little groggy, no question there, but Drozdetsky under his own power heading to the bench.
Been some time, Bernie, since I've seen a body check as hard and clean as that one. As Yaroslav Corbella came straight up the ice from his blue line, the Czechoslovakian defenseman. He's the right defenseman, Corbella, and walked straight into Drozdetsky. He never knew what hit him. Wow.
So we played 1 minute and 44 seconds here in the second period. Shepeliev, Golikov, and Shalimov have scored the goals for the Soviets. Shepeliev at center for this drop of the puck against Milan Novi. Vasiliev. Forced back by Novi. Clears the puck to Shalimov. Now he just shoots it down the ice. Backcourt there goes Svoboda, number 15. Svoboda in behind his own net for Team Czechoslovakia. They're on the power play. Remember, the puck cleared out to center, knocked down by a high stick off Novi, but it's picked up by Babanov, so that's waved off. Flying away out of the net, clears the puck to Novi. Coming in with Yuri Lala. There's a chance. Lala moving right in front. A shot kicked out by Tretiak. Corbella's shot, and that goes wide. Yuri Lala in the corner. Watched by Vasiliev. Lala setting up on the power play. Drops it back into the corner. Novi back to Lala. Lala gets a shot. That hit Novi and was blocked in front. Novi into the corner. Drops it back. Here's Hajduk. Over to Horsava. A shot. That goes wide as it was deflected. Corbella can't keep it in. And down the ice it goes. Horsava to Lala. Back to František Černik. Černik over the line. He gets a weak shot. Tretiak clears that to the corner. As Černik was knocked down. Now the puck right back into the Czechoslovakian zone. 3:04 and the penalty has expired. Both teams at full strength. Here's a lead pass. Černik going in. A shot. What a save. Tretiak got his glove on that drive from Černik.
Černik had an opportunity earlier, and he was robbed by Tretiak again as the Czechoslovakians get another opportunity. That's Černik going in. What a glove save by Tretiak as he robbed Černik. Bullet shot.
We played 3 minutes and 12 seconds in period number 2. It's 3-0 for the Soviets, all the scoring in the first period. Two teams are at full strength. Kazatonov trying to get the puck out, and that pass came in front. Pashak just failed to get it. Olmatov clears it. Sportsev into the Czechoslovakian zone. Dvorak cleared it off the boards. Has it in his own zone. Now he lifts it high over the glass. And they'll drop the puck in the Czechoslovakian line as Olmatov starts to mix it up with Halupa.
Game getting a little rougher again, Bernie. We had signs of things breaking loose in the first period. It's continued. A little more spirit from the Czechoslovakian team early in the second period.
Now Milan Halupa has trouble with it, then collides with the Soviet player, Olmatov. Czechoslovakia back on the attack. This is Pashak clearing it in. Kazatonov racing into his own zone. Rusak takes him against the board. Rusnak colliding with Kazatonov. 3:51 gone in the second period. A little more spirited effort by Team Czechoslovakia in the second period.
Watching Juris Rusnak, number 18 of the Czechoslovakian, trying to pump some extra life into his team as he goes back to the bench. He's yelling at his teammates, trying to inspire them to keep coming at the Russians so they can get a goal, get on the board, get things going for themselves.
Kokromat will take this face-off against Makarov, and they don't drop it fairly as the players jump into that face-off circle before the puck is dropped. Kokromat a little upset about it all.
He had just won a good clean draw. The reason he was upset.
There's Kadletz. A shot hit a skate, and that goes up over the glass, and again another whistle. And they'll drop the puck in the same position to the right of goaltender Tretiak. There's Drozdetsky still shaking off those cobwebs after that great body check from Corbella. Larionov, number 11, against Kokromat. Directly in front of Tretiak, just inside the blue line. Now the Dvorak heads to the bench. He wants a new stick. Another Kadletz, Arnold Kadletz. Now he's ready, gets back into the play, has a new stick there. So we're set to drop the puck, and they do. Inside the line, number 20 is Yuri Lala. Lala took by Pervukin and lost the puck. Kokromat tries to clear it in front. Elyaletinov got a piece of him. Kokromat still has it. Popped it back. Kadletz couldn't get a shot. Krutov clears it out, took a jolt from Kokromat. Kadishka in his own zone. Now Hajduk carries on. Hajduk trying to hit Lala, failed. The puck rolls in behind the Soviet net. Pervukin off the boards to Krutov. Kadletz a shot, and that went wide as it bounced off a broken stick. Here's Makarov coming back for the Soviets. Hajduk took the puck from him. We've played 4 minutes and 40 seconds in the second period, and the Soviets still leading 3-0. Lala. Now Billy Leptinov for the Soviets. Kokromat back to forecheck him. Krutov, number 9. Passes it up the middle to Makarov. Makarov back to Krutov. He can move. Krutov gets it back to Golikov. He's knocked off stride. And here comes Milan Novi. Novi coming out, hooked at center ice. And Golikov brings it back deep into his own zone. Krutov deflects it. Czechoslovakia saying too many men on the ice, and you saw that deflection. There's a shot off the side of the net. Bounced off Tretiak and hit the post. Kapustin gives it to Vasiliev. Pass on that right side, trying to get it back to Kapustin, and Svoboda intercept. Back comes Czechoslovakia. In over the line goes Dudacek, and he just failed to control the puck. Corbella, number 26, in behind the Soviet net. Corbella. Novi's all tied up. Corbella in front. Here's Dudacek, a shot, and that was deflected. As Czechoslovakia comes close, and the fans upset, the puck held in the corner. Now they try again. Dudacek trying to knock the puck in front, and he was checked. Kept in by number 15, Svoboda. Now it's Golikov. Up to Kapustin. Here's Kapustin. Carl Lang comes away out of the net and knocks it out. Norbert Kroll got it up to the Soviet line. We played 6:20 in the second period. The Soviets leading 3-0. Svoboda shot, and Tretiak stopped that. Chernik trying to get it in front. He's checked. Chernik to Lala. Lala's cross-checked as he's hammered by the Soviet player Babanov. Backcourt goes Hajduk, number 7. Gets away from Shapeliev. Czechoslovakia showing a little more drive. Here's Kadletz. Up to the line and shoots it in. Kazatonov can't get it out. Kept in. That shot by Hajduk, and Tretiak makes the save. Makarov, number 24, trying to hit Shapeliev. Kadletz knocks it down. Here's Chernik. Chernik watched by Kazatonov. In behind the net. Knocked against the boards heavily. Kazatonov hammering Chernik. Kadletz gets a shot, and that's blocked. Makarov brings it back for the Soviets. Up over the line, Shelimov, and that pass just failed to click. Here's a chance right in front. Oh, and Sapeliuk is hammered and knocked to the ice. Here comes Czechoslovakia. Kadlec. He passes up over the line. That's Pashak. He backhands it in front. A chance for Rusnak, and he can't get a shot. Kadlec, number 8. Knocked against the boards by Makarov, and Shalimov runs into Pozar. And we get a whistle, and our coverage of Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. And the fans adding their vocal support. Czechoslovakia, trailing by 3 goals, have really come to life here in the second period. They've had some great scoring opportunities, have been robbed by Tretiak. Now Zlutov feeds a pass on that right side. Sportsev going against Dvorak, and he's taken out of the play. Both teams at full strength. Pozar lost the glove. Up to center ice. And almost breaking away there was number 21, Dusan Pashak. Pozar trying to retrieve his glove. Halupa steps into Sportsev and knocks him down. Dvorak, he has the Soviet player Homatov all tied up. Pozar's knocked off stride. Now the puck is cleared to an open wing out to center. We've played 8 minutes and 25 seconds in the second period. Loose puck at center for Buchan at his own blue line. Now the pass comes to Krutov. Gets away. Knocked down by Kokreman, who got away with that stick infraction. Kokreman backhands it into the corner. Panishka. He's checked. Now Zlutov pins the puck against the boards. Knocked loose. Panishka. To Kokreman in behind the net. Here's Yuri Lala right in front. And he can't get a shot. It's smothered by Billy Letinov. And we get a whistle from referee Bob Henry. And he lost sight of it, although the puck was loose.
Heavy hitting. Wow, a moment ago, Tudacek of the Czechoslovakians hit number 21 of the Russians. Shepelev really decked him. It looked like another Corbella Drozdetsky kind of ordeal. Czechoslovakia, they want to get that first goal if they can.
Now the play in the Soviet zone. This is Babanov trying to clear it. It goes up, hits the top of the glass, taken by Panishka. Panishka, number 17 to Kokreman, trying to get it in front to Yuri Lala. And this is Hajdúček of Czechoslovakia. Vasiliev of the Soviets to Makarov, over to Babanov. Babanov straight up the middle for Krutov, and Kadlec intercepts that, gives it to Hajdúček. Off Lala, it rolls right to Tretiak. He clears it off the boards. Lala steals it for Czechoslovakia, trying to get it loose. Krutov gives him a solid jolt in the corner, as they really, Eddie, try to use that weight to advantage.
The kind of game now that we had expected, Bernie, at the beginning of the game. A lot of hard hitting. The Czechs and the Soviets have a history of having the very physical type hockey games. Here in the second period, we've seen a lot of it. Remembering back to Corbella when he hit Drozdetsky right at center ice. And from that point, there's been a lot of body check.
Here's Svoboda shot. That's gloved and held onto by Tretiak. Good drive from just inside the blue line by Svoboda.
Take another look. Face off. Good draw. There's the shot. It's up high. Tretiak is not going to be fooled on a shot like that.
There's Horosava. Hits a skate in front. That goes wide. Corbella knocked against the boards by Drozdetsky. Back to Horosava. Shot. Oh, and Tretiak lost sight of it, but blocked it on the short side. Now the Soviets come out. Gemayev passes up to the middle to Golikov. In over the line. This is Drozdetsky. Drozdetsky has recovered from that solid body check early in this period. That shot just whistles inches wide and rolls right down the ice into the Soviet zone. Has a Tonov to Gemayev. Leaves it there. Golikov at center. He shoots it into the Czechoslovakian zone. We've played 10 minutes and 20 seconds here in the second period. And the Soviets, with 3 goals in the first period, continue to lead 3-0. Now here comes Czechoslovakia's player, Kroll, and his shot. Tretiak made the save on the short side. Kadlec, and it's called on the offside at the Soviet blue line. And Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. Along with Eddie Westfall and Brian Smith, this is Bernie Pascal at the Ottawa Civic Center. the first of a big Canada Cup doubleheader on CTV today. Later, we'll switch to Montreal to bring you the game between Team Canada and Team USA. Here's Yuri Lala coming back in, right in front. Oh, and that shot went off the stick of goaltender Tretiak. A brilliant move by Yuri Lala, breaking in front off the stick of Tretiak. Now Billy Letonov, he passes up on the right side. Over the line, this is Shalimov breaking in front. Shepeliev, a shot right in the crease, and it's grabbed. There's going to be a penalty shot, I believe.
Yes, there is, Bernie. The referee, Bob Henry, is signaling a penalty shot. Number 8 for the Czechoslovakian. Kadlec falls on the puck in the crease as the Russians come back down to take pressure off Tretiak. In they come. Now watch to the left. Number 8. You see him put his hand on the puck in the crease, and he lays down on it. That's number 8, Kadlec of the Czechoslovakians. Number 23 there, Shalimov, drops the puck. 21 goes in. Shepeliev to make the play on the net, along with number 8, Sergei Kapustin. A penalty shot here in the Ottawa Forum. The Russians get a chance.
Okay, and lining up is Shepeliev. He has scored one of the goals in this game. He has 2 in the Canada Cup Series. Shepeliev, number 21, as Ludak Bukash, the Czechoslovakian coach, looking on. Shepeliev, 50 points in 36 games with his Spartak team in the Soviet Union. 11:09 the time here in the second period.
Bernie, one of the most, if not the most, exciting moments in hockey. A penalty shot, something I think we should see more of in the National Hockey League.
There's the whistle. Here comes Shepeliev. In over the line. Shepeliev right in on goal. A shot. He scores. Shepeliev on the penalty shot. It's 4-0.
Lang thought he had the puck under his leg, but it went underneath his knee. As we watch again, number 21, Shepeliev, coming across the blue line, moving in, makes one move to his right, back to his left, and tucks it under the outstretched right leg of Yuri Lang, the goaltender. Carl Lang reaches out, but he's too late. It's 4-0 for the Soviets.
Now back to the live action. Dvorak lets the puck go. This is Milan Halupa. Halupa into the corner. He's checked. Puck cleared in front. Now Team Czechoslovakia back on the attack. Up over the line. This is Dusan Pashak. Puck rolls in front. Oh, and Rusnak just failed to control that bouncing puck. Halupa, he shoots it back. And Czechoslovakia's Rusnak up over the line. Coming in with Pashak. Babanov upset him. Rusnak goes after the puck. Took a high stick from Zlutov in the corner. And the referee spotted that. A high sticking penalty against Zlutov, number 22. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. Shepeliev in the penalty box, or rather Zlutov in the penalty box. It's number 22, Zlutov. And he's out for high sticking at 11:45.
Second period, Bertie, has been a lot of Czechoslovakian play, but Tretiak has closed the door again.
Now Pervukin slaps it off the boards. Down the ice it goes. Right to Carl Lang. Slapped it ahead to Haidocek. Gamayev of the Soviets. He's knocked off stride and hits the ice. Kokroman, a pass to Yuri Lala. Here comes Lala. Over the line, then lost control of it. And it's cleared off the board, back outside the line. Haidocek knocked off his stick. Here's Golikov back in for the Soviets. Golikov trying to get by Kadlec. Gets the puck and shoots it out to center. Pervukin at his own blue line for the Soviets, who lead 4-0. He just finds a spot, shoots it down the ice, and Kadlec is backboard for Czechoslovakia. Swings away from Makarov. Kadlec straight up the middle. Coming over the line, in with Dudacek, tried to get the pass. Makarov intercept. Krutov against Horsava. Makarov slipped and fell. 1 minute left in the penalty. This is Dudacek, number 19, into the corner. Chased back by Makarov. Left the puck there. Krutov steals it from Milan Novi. Now they fight for possession. Krutov holds it against the boards and gets a whistle, and it could have almost been a delay of game.
He had his feet wrapped around the puck. Both Czech players stepped back as if to say, go ahead, hang on to it. Then they poked their sticks in. The whistle went from referee Bob Henry, and the face-off, of course, outside the blue line. 50 seconds remaining in the penalty to number 22 of the Soviet Union's Luchthansa.
There's a backhand shot by Dudacek, goes wide of Kretjak. Czechoslovakia looking for a goal. Here's Horsava, and that hit his stick and goes wide. Dudacek bounces it into the corner. Now it gets it again. Dudacek, number 19. Back to Horsava. Back to Dudacek. Dudacek setting up. Got a shot that bounced off Fedosov. Kazatonov clears it, and it rolls down the ice just inside the Czechoslovakian blue line. Horsava gives it to Milan Halupa. Halupa coming up, a long shot, and a pad save. It bounces high into the corner off Kretjak. Slapped down the ice again, and this is Kadlec chasing it deep into his own zone. The Soviet players Luchthansa back onto the ice, and they've successfully killed off that penalty. Yuri Lala lost it to Kapustin. Right in, a shot, and that's knocked down by goaltender Carl Lang. And here comes Chernik. František Chernik in over the line. Takes it into the corner, behind the net, rolls it, and it's intercepted by Shalimov and dumped out to center. And it's knocked with a high stick, thus the whistle from linesman John D'Amico. It's amazing, Eddie, the Czechoslovakian spurts really puts on the drive, and then they seem to get lulled to sleep.
Here's the giveaway a moment ago as the Soviet Union gets another opportunity. Lala loses the puck, and number 8, Kapustin, gets a good scoring opportunity. Another fine save by Carl Lang, the overworked goaltender of the Czechoslovakian.
Just a reminder that the CFL on CTV will present 3 big games this weekend. Tomorrow at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, 1:30 Eastern Time, Hamilton against the Montreal Alouettes on the full CTV network. Saskatchewan at Winnipeg for our Western viewers only tomorrow night. And then what perhaps could be the game of the year so far, the BC Lions under coach Vic Raff will be in Edmonton Sunday afternoon. Check the local listings in your area, and of course, local blackouts will apply. This semifinal here in Canada Cup 81, the Soviets leading Czechoslovakia by a score of 4-0. We're in the second period. Now Lala, number 20, feeds a pass up over the line. Kroll, a shot, and that goes wide as Kretjak came away out of the net. Another drive by Kadlec, and that stopped. Puck rolls to Viktor Shalimov, gets it out to center. Kapustin trying to get to it. Chernik breaks that up. Chernik knocked off stride, still fighting for the puck. Here comes Lola, in with Rusnak and Chernik. Chernik takes it into the corner, dumps it in front, nobody there. And Kapustin has it for the Soviets, shoots it out to center. Golikov knocks it down. Here comes Babanov to Kapustin to Golikov into the corner, and Dvorak breaks that up. But a chance in front. Here's Kapustin, his shot, that's blocked by the defense. And cleared but not out. Babanov gets it in front. Back to Golikov, and it's brought back by Milan Novi. Novi for Czechoslovakia. Here he comes, trying to get the pass in front to Dusan Pashak, and the Soviets break it up. 15:30 gone here in the second period. Number 15, Radoslav Svoboda. Billy Letinov of the Soviets breaks that up. Ozar, number 23. He's dumped just as he gets to the blue line. Both teams at full strength. Pervukin clears the puck to center. Knocked down by Pasha. Pasha gave it right to Pervukin, who in turn slaps it off the boards into the Czechoslovakian zone. Yaroslav Kozar, number 23, forced back by Slukta. Gives the puck to Svoboda. Here he comes, number 15, got to the center line, shoots it in. This could be icing, and it is as Billy Letinov touches it. It's icing against Team Czechoslovakia. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. Reminder, this program is copyright and strictly for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or exhibition of this telecast without the express written permission of the CTV television network and Harcum Consultants Limited is strictly prohibited. Here's Yuri Lala coming in for Czechoslovakia, trying to get the puck to Kadishka. It's knocked off his stick. They get it again. Then Fedishka is knocked off stride. The puck knocked down by Cadlin. Up to Yuri Lala. Over the line to Kokreman. And Fedosov squeezes him along the board. Kazatonov. To Drozdetsky, number 13. Idocek then collided with Golikov. Golikov, number 25. He's bumped by Yuri Dudacek. Dudacek clears it ahead. This is Fedishka. Up over the line. Kazatonov forced him to put on the brake. Fedishka in front. A shot. That goes wide. Milan Novi, a drive. Fedosov blocks that. And it's cleared off the boards out to center. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to play here in the second period. And the Soviets enjoying a 4-0 lead. Fedosov, he backhands the puck. It's Larionov, his own teammate. Back to Kazatonov. He backhands it down the ice. Icing is waved off as it's touched by Carl Lang. Dudacek going after the puck. Vasiliev gets to it first. Over to Babanov. Babanov up the middle. It's intercepted. And here comes Corbella. He's hooked, knocked off stride. Gets a shot. And that's deflected wide of the Soviet goal. Babanov in his own zone. He's checked, but helping out is Sergei Makarov. Makarov up with Krutov on the right side. Coming right in front. And he fires it over the top. Right over the glass and out of play. Canada Cup 81 continues in just a moment. Welcome back to the Ottawa Civic Center. Bernie Pascal along with Eddie Westfall and Brian Smith. The first of a big doubleheader of Canada Cup 81 on CTV. Here's Yuri Lala taking it into the corner. Bumped by Pervukin, who hit the ice heavily. Around the boards it goes. Viktor Shelimov trying to get it out. Tadlets knocks it down outside the blue line, sends it in, and it's called on the offside. And of course, following this game on the full CTV network, we'll be switching to Montreal. And in Montreal, Ron Rouche, along with Tom Watt and Al McCann, will be bringing you the game between Team USA and Team Canada. And Eddie, that should be a big semifinal as well.
I have to think that it's going to be a much different game than the Canada-US game during the regular part of the Canada Cup. A little more spirit on the side of both teams, I'm sure.
Here's Yuri Lala in the corner trying to get the puck loose. It comes back to Homotov. He in turn gives it to Billy Letnov ahead on that right wing to Alexander Sportsev. And Chernik knocked into him, putting him offside at the blue line. We played 18:37 in the second period. There's 27-year-old Alexander Sportsev, one of the smallest members of the Soviet team, 5'6", but they tell us he weighs 184 pounds.
And you can see by the look of him, he's very wide, very strong, and he's very quick.
Ilan Halupa trying to hit that pass. Got away from Dudacek, goes right into the Soviet zone. Billy Letinov touches it. And it's an icing infraction against Team Czechoslovakia. Shapeliev scoring the only goal of the second period on a penalty shot. His second goal of the game. Golikov and Shelimov have scored the other goals. In the first period, the Soviets outshot Czechoslovakia 13-4. And I think perhaps a little more balanced in the second period. But Czechoslovakia still looking for their initial goal of the game.
Speaking of Czechoslovakia and also the United States, Bernie, the only loss the Czechoslovakians suffered in the 5 games came at the hands of the United States, 6-2 at Montreal back last Monday, September 9th.
What a great job that Bob Johnson has done with that Team USA. Along with General Manager Lou Nanne, they put together quite a team. And we're all looking forward to that game later tonight on the full CTV network from the Forum in Montreal. And here at the Ottawa Civic Center, the Soviets leading by 4-0, and again an icing call against Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia opened their camp for the Canada Cup back in May. That was just a few weeks after the World Hockey Championships in Sweden. In preparation for the Canada Cup, their coach Bukac was telling us that they studied the dimension of all the Canadian rinks, the details of the boards in the various cities, the heights of the glass, the size of the arenas. They really did their homework. They've been most impressive in the Canada Cup Championship. With the exception of this game, they're still looking for their first goal. The final minute in the second period. Dudacek fires the puck over to Pozar. Sportsev knocked him off stride. Now Pozar has the puck underneath him, and he sits on it to get a whistle. Yaroslav Pozar, 5'11", 200 pounds. And back at the Olympics in Lake Placid, he was one of the stars on Team Czechoslovakia. He had 8 goals in the '80 Winter Olympics. Assistant captain of the Czechoslovakia national team. 44 seconds remain in the second period. Fedosov of the Soviets bumped by Yuri Lala right in front of the Czechoslovakian bench. They're not afraid to lay on the body checks. There have been some solid hits in this game. There's Gamayev running into Haidacek. Now they get mixed up just inside the Czechoslovakian blue line. The average age of the Soviet team, just 25. Of course, many of the players listed as soldiers and students. They have more privileges than any ordinary Soviet citizen. For one, they have bigger apartments, a little more freedom. And they've had a lot of freedom in this game as far as the goal scoring is concerned, leading 4-0, 1936. The time expired so far at period number 2. Inside the Czechoslovakian line, number 17, Obomir Panishka from Sparta Prague. Left it there for Haidacek. And that was dangerously close right in the Czechoslovakian zone. As the ever alert Karl Lang stopped. Now the puck, Panishka. Final 2 seconds. There goes the siren. And the second period is history, as the Soviet Union heads to the dressing room with a 4-0 lead. Czechoslovakian goalie Karl Lang will join the rest of his teammates trying to get more inspired effort for period number 3. We'll be back with Brian Smith on our second period intermission as the Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
It's a devastating body check.
And the Soviets heading back onto the ice for the start of the third and final period here at the Ottawa Civic Center. And the Soviets leading Team Czechoslovakia by a score of 4-0. Shapaliev has a pair of goals. Golikov and Shalimov have scored the other goals for the Soviet Union. Number 22 of Czechoslovakia, that's Kokroma. Jindřich Kokroma doing a little repair work. Chatting with Yuri Lala, number 20. And it's a must situation now for Team Czechoslovakia in this sudden death semifinal of Canada Cup 81. Czechoslovakia trying to stay alive here, down by 4 goals. First of a big Canada Cup 81 doubleheader on the CTV network. Later, 8 o'clock Eastern time, we'll be switching to the Forum in Montreal for Team USA against Team Canada. Then, of course, on Sunday, live, also on CTV, the 1981 Canada Cup Championship game, and we're all looking forward to that, as we are anxiously awaiting the start and the action coming up here in period number 3. The fans offering their support to Team Czechoslovakia. An air capacity crowd here at the Ottawa Civic Center. Rainy, overcast sky in this part of the country. In Montreal, it rained overnight. In Ottawa, a bit of a sprinkle of showers, but overcast skies. Okay, we're set now for the start of period number 3, and it's underway. The puck goes to Krutov. He slaps it in. Dvorak racing in after it. Pozar takes the pass, number 23. Ahead to Milan Halupa. Here comes Halupa, but it's intercepted by Krutov. Krutov comes over the line. He's bumped there, and after it is Dvorak. In his own zone, Hook lost possession. Halupa will try. Krutov gets a piece of him. Now it's knocked loose. Number 21, Dusan Pachak, and that puck rolled in front. Makarov banned on his drive. Now it comes out Pozar. Leaves it there for Rusnak. Cleared to an open wing, and Fedosov has it for the Soviets. He clears it out where it's Panishka shooting it right back into the Team Soviet zone. In the first minute of the third period. Now the puck back to Heidoshek inside his own line for Czechoslovakia. Ahead intended for Panishka. He had trouble with it. Comes off the boards. Here's Golikov coming in with Kapustin in front. And what a save. Another shot. And that's blocked by goaltender Carl Lang as Kapustin set up perfectly in front by Golikov. And the Czechoslovakian goalie has been brilliant in this game. Although he saw only 5 shots in the second period, in the first period, the Soviets had 13 directed at him. So after 2 periods, the Soviets hold an edge on shots 18-17. But there's a great save by Carl Lang. We played a minute. Sorry, Eddie.
I was just going to say, good opportunity for the Soviet Union right at the beginning of the period. Number 8, Kapustin. Good save by Lang.
What took you so long to get back? It was 1:12. The first period only 40 seconds.
Actually, I'm getting stronger as the game goes on.
Well, I guess you're supposed to stop for a good hot dog on the way.
Wish.
Here's Golikov shooting the puck in. Lang slaps it up, hit the glass. The Soviets leading by a score of 4-0. Labanov deep into his own zone. Number 4, Dudacek after him. Puck comes out to center. Svoboda waiting for his teammate to get onside. Then he shoots it in. Number 21, Shepeliev, has 2 goals in this game. As we approach the 2-minute mark of the third period, Svoboda at center. He shoots it in. Czechoslovakia changing quickly here in the early going of period number 3, trying to ignite a spark and get a goal as they're down by 4. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. 25, a physical education teacher in Moscow, plays with Dynamo out there at center now for the Soviet Union. Puck is flipped over to Makarov on the right side. Makarov, number 24, drops it behind his own net. Billy Letdinov returns the pass. Makarov has trouble with it. Now Pervukin just slaps it around the boards, kept in by Kadlec. Pervukin gets it again. Pass comes outside the line, intercepted by Kroll. He drops it back to Heidoshek, number 7. Heidoshek runs into Golikov and then tried to get the pass up to Rushnik. That just failed. Here comes Yuri Lala. Lala in the Soviet zone, tried to pass it in front, and it didn't reach Chernik. It was knocked down. Dvorak outside his own line at center. To Kadlec inside his own blue line. Back to Dvorak, number 9. Veteran of 180 international games. Feeds a pass in. Pashak in behind the Soviet net. Tried to get a pass in front. He was knocked off stride, and the Soviets have possession. Ilya Letdinov to Fetisov. Fetisov bumped there by number 18, Darius Rushnak. And it's Milan Halupa inside his own line to Pozar. Ahead now to Rushnak. Tried to get the pass on the right side to Pashak, and that failed. Fetisov to Viktor Zlutov. He just backhands it out. Pozar knocked it down there. And it's cleared into the Czechoslovakian zone. Dvorak and Zlutov. Zlutov had it. Bumped against the boards by Pashak. And Czechoslovakia's Pozar. Yaroslav Pozar. Here he comes. Pozar, good move, but he couldn't get over the blue line. Chases the puck down again. As we approach the 4-minute mark here in the third period, Skvortsev ran into Heidoshek, a solid check, but neither player hit the ice. Fetisov, 23 years of age and a valuable member of this Soviet team, leaves it for Kazatonov. A pass up the middle. Arnold Kadlec in his own zone, slipped and fell, helped out there by Panishka. In behind his own net. Pozar comes up on the left side. He runs into Kazatonov, and the puck is taken by Fetisov. Fetisov cleared the puck, bounced off Krutov, and then Larionov takes it. Larionov gives it to Makarov, up over the line. Larionov's way offside. It's a delayed call, but Czechoslovakia has possession. Kokreman trying to drop that puck back to Yuri Lala. It failed. Here's a break now for Krutov. Going against Kadlec. A shot off the glove of goaltender Carl Lang. He played that rather coolly. 5 minutes and 6 seconds have expired in the third period. 4-0 for the Soviets. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. Back at the Ottawa Civic Center 4-0 lead for the Soviets. Shepeliev has 2 goals for the Soviet Union. A sudden death semifinal, and there's Shepeliev's drive. And Carl Lang smothers it to get another whistle in the Czechoslovakian zone. They desperately need a goal here, Eddie.
No question, Bernie. They don't seem to be coming very close to getting one either. The Czechoslovakians not skating the way they should be and the way we know they can.
And guilty of just icing the puck that time, and backboard is Babinov. And the fans getting a little impatient with this Czechoslovakian team. They've been offering their support, trying to get them going, and they have been doing it in spurts. In the second period, they really dominated play, but having a little trouble getting away from the close checking of the Soviets. And once they get on top of you, it's very difficult because they skate stride for stride. 14:38 remaining in the third period and the game. The two teams at full strength. First of a big doubleheader on CTV. We'll switch from here to Montreal at the conclusion of this game to bring you the Team Canada, Team USA game. Now Shalimov passes over to Shepeliev. Shepeliev, number 21, in front, and Lang came away out and blocked that. A good defensive play by the goalie, Carl Lang. Now the puck rolls in front again. Shepeliev a shot off the stick or the skate of Haidacek, and it went wide. Now Kadlec. Kadlec straight up the middle to Chernik. Coming in with Lola. Here's Chernik. He's knocked off stride. There'll be a penalty to Kapustin of the Soviets. Kapustin knocking down the Czechoslovakian player, so he'll head out to the penalty box for the next couple of minutes.
Get a look at it here. Number 14 as he breaks through. Ciernik gets chopped down. Drawing the penalty. We have another look at that hack right there by number 8 of the Soviet Union, Kapustin. It's a tripping penalty. Actually, you got what we used to call an arm paralyzer that Kapustin laid on number 14 of the Czechoslovakian, Fredizak Ciernik.
And I know Team Canada and Team USA anxiously awaiting to see who wins this game as they prepare for their big game. And one of the Team Canada members who is not in the lineup, of course, Gilbert Perreault, out with a broken ankle. I know Gilbert is sitting at home in Buffalo, and Gilbert Perreault anxiously cheering on Team Canada as all Canadians are tonight. And Gilbert, I know you missed the action. You did a great job. There's a shot. Knocked down in front. Close call. They get it again. A chance for Pashak. Pashak setting up. Back to the line to Halupa. Back to Pashak. In behind the net. This is Rusnak. Rusnak back to Halupa. Over to Dvorak. He has trouble with it. Rolls it to Pozar. Pozar bump. Kamayev got a piece of him. The pass in front. And it slapped off the boards and down the ice.
Close call, Bernie. Number 21, Dusan Pacek, had about the best opportunity we've seen the Czechoslovakians get so far this period.
Now here comes Kokraman, number 22, trying to get by Vasiliev. Clears it in front. Yuri Lala back to Haidacek, and he can't get a shot. The puck bounces in the Soviet zone. Cleared off the boards by Pervukin. He goes after it. Number 17, Panishka, trying to dig it out of there. 45 seconds left in the power play. Haidacek and Yuri Lala lost his balance, and the puck is whistled off the glass, and down the ice it goes. 30 seconds plus remaining in the penalty. 4-0 for the Soviets. And Kadlec's knocked against the boards by Fedosov. This is Honosava. 20 seconds. Lola, shot, he scores! Lola! A power play goal, and Czechoslovakia's Yuri Lala, and it's now 4-1.
Goal by the Czechoslovakians as Yuri Lala crosses the line. He's a right-handed shot. He's on the left side, and he puts it in the top left corner. A shot that fools Krejcik. A good wrist shot into the top left corner gives the Czechoslovakians their first goal. As you see him there, number 20, Yuri Lala. A quick wrist shot over the left shoulder of Krejcik. It's 4-1.
And does that bring the crowd to life here at the Ottawa Civic Center, who have been 100% behind Czechoslovakia in this game. Novi into the corner. He bumps with Vasiliev, trying to get the puck. Vasiliev has them all tied up. And the puck cleared up on the left side. Here's Portsev trying to get loose. And back to Milan Novi. Over the line to Dudacek. He's knocked off stride. Goes after the puck. Dudacek into the corner, bumped by Babanov. And it's cleared, then held against the boards. And we have a whistle. This is Canada Cup 81 continuing. Along with Brian Smith and Eddie Westfall, this is Bernie Pascal at the Ottawa Civic Center. The Soviets leading Czechoslovakia 4-1. A sudden death semifinal of Canada Cup 81. The winner advancing to Sunday's final. And we've played 8 minutes and 15 seconds here in the third period. Kroll knocks the puck away from Makarov. Kazatonov in his own zone. Chernik in for checking him. Now Kroll forces Larionov back inside his own line. Larionov gets the puck out to Makarov. Now it's shot into the Czechoslovakian zone. A race for it there. Krutov, he bumps with the Czechoslovakian player. It's up to the line, but knocked back in. 8:45 gone in the third period. Kadlex, watched by Larionov, clears it around the boards. It's trapped there by Makarov. He's bumped by Haidocek, and Chernik brings it up. Here's Chernik. Gets away from Krutov, then Larionov takes the puck from him. It's at center. They start to hustle. Here's Krutov. Right in on goal. Krutov dropped it back. Makarov is upset. Krutov trying to get the pass, and that's intercepted. Play really getting physical. Larionov, he's mixing it up in the corner with Rusnak. Larionov and Rusnak.
Something you don't see much of. The Russians and the Czechs, as hard as they hit, they do not throw punches, but they did this time. Number 7 of the Soviet Union in trying to break up the altercation.
So the referee, Bob Henry, will sort this up. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. In the penalty box. And still no announcement here at the Ottawa Civic Center. I believe just minors, but we'll hold on to, as referee Bob Henry is explaining it to Vasiliev and Svoboda. Now Milan Novi gets in. Here it is, Eddie.
This is how it all happened. You see number 11 of the Soviet Union, Larionov, goes into check number 18. Rusnak wrestles him down, has him in a headlock, then continues to pound him one. He gets his left arm right there. You see him throw the left hook in to help his teammate. Vladimir Krutov, number 9 of the Soviet Union. They're announcing the penalties now. Did you get what the penalties are, Bernie?
Eddie, it ended up that Rusnak of Czechoslovakia got 4 minutes. He got 2 minutes for holding and 2 minutes for roughing. And that's a good call. He did,
no question,
punch the Soviet player, Larionov, who just got 2 minutes for elbowing. 9:14, the time of the penalty here in the third period. The double minor to Czechoslovakia's Rusnak and 1 minor to Larionov of the Soviet Union. The Soviets leading by a score of 4-1. Milan Novi. Back to Horsava. Back to Novi. Novi trying to get it to Horsava. He has trouble with it. And it's number 15, Svoboda. Svoboda at center. He clears it over. Here's Dudacek coming in. Dudacek, a backhand shot, and Kretschak had that all the way on the short side.
Young number 19. Everyone wants to see him. Yuri Dudacek gets a nice backhand shot as he lugs the puck through center ice. Good speed, good balance as he lets the quick backhand shot go. Krejcak, good angle on him. That puck is not going to beat Krejcak. Good effort by 19-year-old number 19, Yuri Dudacek.
10:16 remaining in the third period and the game. The Czechoslovakia goal was scored by Lala, a power play goal from Dvorak at 7:39. Here's Halupa's shot. That hit Babanov and goes high into the corner. Vasiliev slaps the puck. Luptov, number 22. Vasiliev. Now he tries the other side. Passes straight up the middle. Dvorak got a piece of it. Luptov is spun around. Puck goes to number 26, Alexander Skvortsev. Dvorak got a piece of him, and Vasiliev, number 6, the captain, passes it dangerously in front of his own net. Hasek had it there. 1 minute remaining in the Soviet penalty. This is Babanov inside his own blue line. Babanov to Vasiliev. Soviets controlling the puck inside their own blue line, but some good forechecking by Czechoslovakia, keeping them back there. Now they'll try to swing out. This is Babanov. Gets away from Lala. Sportsev is knocked down. Here comes Yuri Lala. In with Kokreman. Lala in front. Hit the side of the net. And it's underneath Tretiak, and he smothers it. Lala almost caught Tretiak going the other way.
What a hockey player, number 20 of the Czechoslovakians, as the fans here in the arena in Ottawa, in the Civic Center. Good check there by Korkerman, number 22. And Lala putting on a burst of speed, gets in, gets the shot away. Tretiak makes the save. Good action around the net. More good checks. More good action as the Yuri Lala, number 20, gets another play at Tretiak.
20 seconds remaining in the Soviet minor penalty. They lead 4-1 in this semifinal sudden death game here in Ottawa. A shot that was dangerously close to catching that open side. Now here comes Kokreman back with Yuri Lala. Lala takes it over the line. Lala can't get a shot. Fedosov was checked. Verbuchen clears the puck. The Soviets are back at full strength. Czechoslovakia a man short with Rusnak serving his second minor. Yuri Lala, who has scored the lone Czechoslovakia goal. He passes it over. Kadlat shoots it down the ice. We've played 11 minutes and 30 seconds in the third period. Verbuchen. A pass up the middle. It's brought over by Larionov to Krutov. Back to Makarov. Makarov. Fedosov calling for it. He gets it. Here's Fedosov. Kazatonov getting set. To Makarov, a shot. That's stopped by goaltender Karl Lang as he took it high in the shoulder. Fedosov clears it in front. Larionov back, and the puck bounces away. Makarov gets it again. Larionov mixing it up in front with Svoboda. Here's Fedosov. Kazatonov, a shot. That hit a player in front, and Czechoslovakia's Chernik races out of his own zone. Here's Chernik. In over the line. Back to Kroll. Kroll back to Chernik, and he can't get a shot. He's knocked to the ice. And Krutov gets the puck for the Soviets. Now Chernik is dumped. Krutov right up the middle now. He shoots it into the Czechoslovakian zone. Czechoslovakia, remember, a man short. Rusnak is about ready to come back on the ice. Now the puck is cleared out to center. Kazatonov, number 7. He has 26 seconds left in his penalty. Cleared into the corner. This is Halupa. He's bumped against the boards. Around it comes to Golikov. Back to Kazatonov. To Babanov. His shot. That whistles wide. Off the boards. The Soviets putting on the power. They lead 4-1. Kazatonov to the side. Here's a shot. And that's stopped by goaltender Karl Lang. He's been outstanding in goal.
Fine move, Bernie. That's twice in this period that Lang has actually forechecked Soviet players and broken up plays.
Now Czechoslovakia back at full strength. Golikov inside his own line. Here's Golikov clearing the puck out to Kapustin. He's checked. And it's cleared in. Shapeliev just backhanded it into the corner. Rusnak trying to get it out. He failed. Now he gets another chance. Rusnak to an open wing. Chasing it down there is Penishka. Penishka. Shapeliev got a piece of him, but he gets the puck into the Soviet zone. Soviets leading by a score of 4-1. We have 6 minutes left in the third period. Shapeliev over the Czechoslovakian line. Now it's brought back by Kadlat. Coming up with Kokreman over the line. Still has it. Kokreman chases it into the corner. Bumped by Vasiliev. Yuri Lala, Haidocek, a shot. That stopped. Loose puck in front. And it's taken by Verbuchen. He clears it outside the blue line. Trapped there by Penishka. Kokreman clears it off the boards into the Soviet zone. This is Verbuchen, number 5. Golikov has trouble getting it out. Now Kokreman gets in there, and they hold it against the board. Plenty of action here in the the third period. 14:29 have been played, and the Soviets lead 4-1. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. Back at the Ottawa Civic Center, Bernie Pascal with Eddie Westfall and Brian Smith. Here's a steal by Svoboda, and his shot just failed to hit the net. And Soviets leading Czechoslovakia 4-1. Here comes Makarov. Back in, and he's squeezed out of the play by Corbella. Now Svoboda. He brings it up the middle. Here's a chance now. Number 26, Corbella. To Dudacek. Dudacek, a shot. Kretjak grabs a hold of it and holds on. Boy, it's been an exciting third period, Eddie.
It has, Bernie. It's picked up. Good action. Yaroslav Corbella led the rush. This is the play by young number 19, Dudacek, as he takes the shot again at Trejčak. That puck is up high. Not a hard save for Trejčak on a shot by Dudacek. He was a little off balance, but number 26, Corbella, who hit Drozdetsky at the start of the second period, leading the rush for the Czechoslovakians.
And we have exactly 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Soviet player Homatov trying to split through the defense. He wasn't successful. Has the puck though, dumps it in front. Sportsev was all tied up. He couldn't get to it. Kazatonov bumped there by Hajduk. Sportsev. Chernik knocks him against the board. They fight for possession. Chernik and Sportsev. And now Lala gets in there and pins him against the board.
Chernik wrestling in the corner with Sportsov. Had quite a tussle going, as you see, number 14 in the red, the Czechoslovakian, Fredisak Cernik, as he tries to knock Sportsev off the puck and is not successful. That's tiring, Bernie, when that kind of hockey takes a lot out of you.
There's Kazatonov's shot, stopped by goaltender Carl Lang and deflects off the glass. Bozar, number 23 for Czechoslovakia. Got it ahead to Pashak. Over the line, here comes number 9, Dvorak. He couldn't catch up to it. Cleared out to center ice. Dvorak got a piece of it. Sportsev, as Homatov was knocked to the ice. Bozar deep into his own zone. Gets away from Sportsev. Now Homatov, number 15. He loses the puck. It's cleared outside the line. Fetisov has it for the Soviets and shoots it right back in. 4 minutes left to play in the third period. The Soviets lead 4-1. Puck loose. Here's Sportsev, a shot. That's blocked in front. And Bozar, he comes back with Pashak. He sends a bouncing puck just wide of goaltender Trejčak. Makarov right in front of his own bench for the Soviets. Makarov forced back by Yuri Lala. Now Kokremet covering him on the right wing side. Puck shot into the Czechoslovakian zone. Hajduk is back. It's icing against the Soviet Union. 16:42 gone in the third period. It's 4-1 for the Soviets. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment. Ready now to drop the puck in the Soviet zone. Shepeliev has 2 goals in this game as the Soviets lead 4-1. Sudden death semifinal. Here's Kadlet's a shot right on. Trejčak stopped that. Appeared to have a little trouble with it, but made the save. Now it's cleared to center. Over the line. Right in is Krutov, and he shoots that high and wide as he was hooked from behind just as he got the shot away. The first of a big CTV doubleheader. After this game, we shift to Montreal for the other semifinal between Team Canada and Team USA. Here's Krutov and his shot.
Good shot. Good play by, well, I shouldn't say a good shot. He missed the net, but he made a good play on it. Number 7, Hajduk of the Czechoslovakians, was hooking him from behind, pulled him off the puck just as he let it go. He was in all alone except for Hajduk bothering him from behind.
Just under 3 minutes remaining in the third period. And Czechoslovakia will be called for icing if Babanov gets to this. He does. And it's icing against Czechoslovakia. And mentioning the game coming up between Team Canada and Team USA, I think the American general manager Lou Nanne of Minnesota North Stars put it in the proper perspective. We were talking to him yesterday. Lou Nanne says when asked about his chances to beat Team Canada, He told us, in order to be the best, you must beat the best, and that's his approach to tonight's game.
That's a sensible approach, Bernie. And of course, everyone looking at Team Canada as the team to beat from the beginning of the tournament. And so far, that has remained.
Now here comes Czechoslovakia. They get the puck out, slapped along the boards by Svoboda. Vasiliev inside his own line. Almost stolen there by Dudacek. There's a shot right on, loose puck. Oh, it hit the post. Dudacek hit the post, and Tretiak covered up.
Close call as Tretiak lays on the ice, thinking about how close the Czechs came as young Yuri Dudacek hits the goalpost. The puck bounces back against the pads of Tretiak as we watch it here. The shot from the point, good save. That's Tretiak standing up, not down, and Dudacek gets the shot away. Good action around the net. Tretiak still refuses to give up easy goals.
Now they go after it. Here's Chernik trying to get it back to Hajdacek. It's intercepted. Swinging out of his own zone, Sapeliev. Sapeliev couldn't get by Hajdacek. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. There's a shot, and Carl Lang kicks that up. 23-year-old netminder's played well. Kazatonov, he sends it away wide. In front, Sapeliev, and that stopped. 2 minutes left in the game. Yuri Lala has it at the line, but can't get it out. It's over to Kapustin. Here's Kapustin, a shot that's missed by about 6 feet. Yuri Lala, he's watched by Shalimov. Gets the puck ahead to Norbert Kroll. Kroll up over the line to Lala, right in, and that's stopped by Tretiak. As Lala showing a good burst of speed down that right wing. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the game. The Soviets leading 4-1. Back over the line, a pass in front, and that's another great save by Carl Lang, robbing Sapeliev. Pass at center ice. Bedasov brings it back for the Soviets. Bedasov trying to get it to Shalimov, and it's brought back by Pozar. Pozar, number 23. Kazatonov has a piece of him. Bedasov, right in front of his own net, cleared it out to center. A race for it. 1 minute left in the game. 1 minute, and the Soviets leading 4-1. Here's the puck, Pashak. Rushnak, number 18. Back to Pashak. Pashak a shot. That's wide of Tretiak. Rolling puck in front, and Makarov has it for the Soviets. Makarov up the middle. Here's Halupa racing into his own zone. 35 seconds left. Bedasov shoots it. Delayed offside. And it's called by linesman Ray Scapanello. The Soviet Union. Average age 25. And a very improved team from the one we saw against Team Canada the other night, although one has to give full marks to Team Canada in that game as they dominated play, but the Soviets have had this game pretty well their own way, leading 4-1 over Czechoslovakia. And that Team USA-Canada game will be coming up on CTV. A big sports weekend. We have football tomorrow. Hamilton in Montreal. In the West tomorrow night, Saskatchewan in Winnipeg. And then on Sunday, from Edmonton on CTV, the BC Lions in Edmonton. There's a shot. That goes wide. And we have 10 seconds left in the third period. And that puck knocked down with a high stick. There's Vasiliev, number 6. The aggressive captain of the Soviet Union, 32 years of age. And he's quite an inspirational leader to this hockey team. Of course, they're minus the great veterans like Mikhailov and the untimely death of Valery Harlamov a few weeks ago. Seconds ticking away here. The puck is at center. The siren goes to end the third period and the game. And the Soviets off the bench to congratulate 29-year-old Vladimir Tretiak into this game with a goals against of 1.50, and Viktor Tikhonov, the Soviet coach. Never tell by his expression whether he's happy or not, but I think I saw a bit of a smile there. And there's Ludak Bukac, along with Stanislav Nebashli, the two co-coaches of Czechoslovakia. Tretiak being congratulated by Kazatonov, Vasiliev taking his helmet off. And we'll have the presentations of the stars of the game as the players line up at their respective blue lines here at the Ottawa Civic Center. Their capacity crowd enjoying this game.